Welcome to this latest iplicit video. In this session today, we're going to take a look at the timesheet functionality available in the iplicit Cloud Accounting solution. In the video, we're going to talk about how you can configure the timesheet products, what options you have available when configuring these, what information can be recorded against a timesheet, and also which employees or even contractors have access to these different rates in the system. We'll then show you how you can enter timesheets both through a browser and via our mobile app. We'll then talk about how you can have a workflow authorization, enabling different managers or people within the organization choosing to approve these timesheets which have been entered. We'll talk about our timesheet manager and then how you can view information about the timesheets which have been entered to date and look at them in many different ways. And that leads on nicely to our analytics area, a great feature throughout iplicit. And again, we'll show you how specifically our analytics options allow you to analyze the different types of time that's been entered and how that relates to different projects within the system itself.
This is a brief demonstration of some of the basic features of timesheets in iplicit. In iplicit, timesheets are entered against timesheet products. The timesheet products define how timesheets are entered, the information that's recorded on them, who can enter time against them, and what the timesheet will be used for. For example, producing sales invoices to customers. This timesheet product has been set to simply record time hourly without a project or a customer. When the user is entering against this timesheet product, they'll be able to select an available rate type. The rate types can be configured so they can only be used on specific days. Additionally, when using this timesheet product, the user will be required to enter an activity. If we look at this second timesheet product, you'll see it is also marked as purchase and sale. This enables additional functionality such as producing sales invoices, self-billing purchase invoices, and applying project costs. When entering against this timesheet product, the project will be required and the customer will be defaulted from the project record. As this timesheet product has been marked purchase and sale, pricing can be applied against each of our rate types. Additionally, special pricing can be applied, for example, overrides against particular users or customers. The Accounting tab defines where any income or expense will be posted to the ledger. And finally, the resource availability is used to define which users or groups of users can enter time against this timesheet product. We are now logged in as a timesheet user. If we go to the My Timesheet screen, we can see we have a draft timesheet in progress. We can open and edit the timesheet to complete it. As you can see, we have lines for various timesheet products with these associated projects, activity, and rate types as defined by the timesheet product setup. We can simply enter the time into the appropriate cell as required. New lines can be added to the timesheet where the user can select the timesheet products available to them. And here we complete the values required as per the timesheet product setup. If we click onto a day, we can add in extra detail such as a start and end time, as well as any notes that are required. Clicking back on the day will take you to the week view. Once the timesheet has been completed, the user can submit it, and at this point an authorization workflow can be applied to get the timesheets approved. Here you can see that our timesheet has been marked with the status of pending authorization. If we go into the timesheet now, we can see that it's been distributed by the workflow to a number of different users for approval. I'm now logged into the iplicit mobile phone app as one of the users who the timesheet has been distributed to for authorization. If we click onto the My Authorization screen, here I'll be presented with a list of all items that have been sent to me in iplicit for my approval. So for example, a list of purchase invoices, purchase orders, employee expenses, and in this instance, a timesheet. We can open the item and see the details within the timesheet, expand the days to see what the hours are against and the particular coding. If I'm happy with the timesheet, I can click the Approve button, or I could reject it back to the user to correct any mistakes. In this instance, I will just approve the item. And we'll notice that it'll drop out of my list once it's refreshed, and I have no more authorization tasks. The mobile app can also be used by the timesheet users to enter new timesheets and submit them for approval. I'm now logged in as a user with Timesheet Manager access. With this access, they can see and manage timesheets for other users. We also have analytics associated to the timesheet data. For example, I could run some analysis on particular users, timesheet products, or simply a date range. Here we have a detailed grid of all the timesheet data based upon the filters I entered at the top. In iplicit, we can use the drill functionality to jump to the underlying record related to the data. So I can click here to jump straight to the timesheet. We can also use the inquiry tool to add extra data into the output. So for example, include the rate type. And I can move this column into the grid where I want it. We also have the ability across iplicit to export to Excel with a simple button here. We can also use the iplicit pivot tool to analyze the data. So here we have the users down the side and the weeks along the top, and I can expand out the users to see the timesheet product underneath. Again, we can configure this using the cog and, for example, display the rate type below the user. Again, we can expand out the columns to see the days within the week, and again, all of this can be simply exported to Excel using the button here. This concludes the brief demonstration of iplicit timesheet functionality.